G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for episode number 9 of my cold dual-wielding Reaper playthrough, where in between episodes I've done a little bit of shopping. So I also did some farming off-screen. I probably should have made a video about this, but I didn't, so yeah, it is what it is. Things I've discovered. 1, I still hate Golas. He is a very long run, but his rings are just, I mean, look at that. Look at that. That's, what is that, 69 nice percent good resistances on there. That's elemental, that's not fire. So, Harmonious Golas ring, I mean, celerity is fast speed, so who cares, but that's a really nice ring. Liches of Protections, also pretty good. Pierce, Poison, Vitality, all good stuff. Chilled of Amarasta's Flurry. Ordinarily, this would be really good. The Chilled is flat cold damage, which is amazing. Amarasta's Flurry is, I mean, +2 to a skill that I'm not using for damage, so, whatever, but that's not a bad ring either. So, the other thing I learned is that Namadea really, really likes dropping this medal, and doesn't really want to drop the helmet. So I got this one after, looks like 5 kills, but let's say 6. Overseers of the Boar. Overseers is okay, gives us a little bit of armor absorption there. That might maybe free up a component, so maybe I could put another Silk Swatch on here. But that's level 55, and of the Boar, I think is Physique and Spirit. It might only be the Physique though, but it's just some stats. So this is good enough. I'm going to use that at 55. I've already got my Ilgor's Eternal Vigil at 55. I've got now this ring I'm going to use at 55. This one, probably not so much. Chilled of Squalls is kind of okay. It's not great. But the Liches of Protection I'm going to hang on to. Wraithbound of Mending is kind of garbage, so I'm going to sell that along with these. And also going to sell this one, I think. I'm just looking, what is Incantations? You know, I think it's that percentage Cunning and Spirit. I'm not going to use that one either. So I'm going to sell all of those. This one with the Chaos Resistance is kind of interesting, but also kind of not really. I killed Malkadar a bunch, hoping to get some better weapons. If I hold control here, you can see the comparison there between these level 55 weapons and the older level... I think they're level 35, but with a 41... Maybe they're 41, I forget. But the higher level weapon, certainly, is only just better than that Glacial of the Aether. And then this one... These are kind of similar. Chilled of attack speed versus chilled of more cold stuff. We've got a superior of celerity, that's just garbage. Chilled of alacrity, finally, some good numbers. That one I'm probably going to end up using. Then I have a Frostborn of alacrity, which is a straight upgrade over my main hand, so I'll probably end up using that as well. And then this one here is honestly a minor upgrade, but it may turn out that that Ring of Ramfire proc is better than the attack speed over here. I kind of don't think so, but I'm going to keep that one. So all of these I'm going to sell. Legion Greaves, because I looked at my armor rating over here, and my helmet, well, I've got another one of those coming, but this is still not going to be amazing armor, but kind of okay. I've got an upgrade for that. My shoulders, I want to get some upgrade for this. These are level 35 shoulders, but I checked the Black Legion ones. There was a reason why I didn't buy them, and I can't remember what it was. So I'm gonna go check them again. So this has similar but slightly better armor. Loss of physical resistance kind of sucks. I think it may have been the piercing resistance that is why I didn't buy them. These ones actually are pretty good. Just looking at them, I will lose the offensive and defensive ability. I'll lose 1% physical resistance. I could probably reset this a few times. I think these pauldrons go up to 5% physical resistance. But I would be losing pierce resistance again. You know what? Let's try and make this work. I'm just going to go with the 4%. So level 50 is where you get your Black Legion armor pieces. The helmets are kind of okay as well, but I'm not going to be using anything else from here. But shoulders and boots are pretty good, pretty good. And then at level 70 you get all of the, Homestead, Rovers, Devil's Crossing will have the elite versions of their armor. The other thing I did is I wanted to get a +1 Nightblade belt, and I know there was one, I'm pretty sure it was Black Legion actually. Where is it? Legion belt, yeah, so Black Legion. So I knew there was a belt blueprint that I could buy and then make, and it's actually pretty good. It's got a cold damage proc on it. There's a higher level version as well that I don't have the reputation to buy just yet. So I went looking for this, and I mean, Legion belt, let's see what we actually need for it. Where did it go? Did I spell it wrong? What is going on here? I swear I just used the belt.
Don't get killed out there.
Hang on. Bounty Hunters, Flames... Did I just sell it back? Is that what happened? It is. Okay. I'm an idiot. That's the problem. Okay, let's try that again. So, Legion Belt. We need scrap, of which I have, enough for 3, and then we need the Blessed Whetstone. So, go over here. Oh, haven't eaten the blueprints. Okay, ignore the belt for a second. All I did was I went to Devil's Crossing, Rovers, Homestead, Chima's Chosen, and Black Legion. So all the base game factions except for the Outcast. And I bought all of the blueprints for components and relics from their respective tab. Now, that cost me about, 300,000, 400,000 bits? But honestly, it's going to save me some annoyance later on when I go around and, I don't have Blessed Steel. Who's got Blessed Steel? Okay, I've got that. Or now I don't have Haunted Steel. Who's got that? And then you run around and look again. Oh, now I need Haunted Steel. And it just saves a lot of time later. So I had the bits now. I'll just buy them now. That's fine. And then, so I'm going to make at least one of these. Let's see how much a Blessed Whetstone costs. Blessed Whetstone, well, wouldn't you know it, Aether Crystals. Alright, we're going to take a quick detour and get some Aether Crystals. I could just run into the city of Malmouth, but I kind of want to get those as extras. So, we're going to go back to the rift over here. And there's some Aether Crystals over here on the right, but I'm just going to go bash for their crystals. Hopefully not die to the ethereals while I'm doing it. Yeah, resistances are fine. Okay. I tried to let you guys live. You wouldn't get out of the way. Now you have to die. And I'm gonna take all 3 pieces of your arm. Wow. Okay, I shouldn't be fighting these guys, but, I think I'm going to. There we go. I just spent 300,000 bits. 300 and something thousand bits, so a few extras is not gonna hurt. Alrighty, here comes the Aether Crystals. So we can bash these. I'm literally just here for 3 crystals, but I'm going to do all of these in this little section anyway. Just because I know they're here. Everybody knows they're here. And I like Aether Crystals. That's a big rock. Why doesn't this one give me like a stack of 3? Big rock, 1 tiny crystal. Little rock, still just 1 tiny crystal. Makes no sense. Okay, I'm also going to go into the mine over here. I've got... Technically, I have enough. Enough crystals at the moment, but yeah, I'm greedy. I want some more. So we're going to do a little bit of the old shard bashing. Now, I did just trigger the tortoise, which means I was below half health, which is not really particularly scary, but I don't like seeing that trigger. What is the cooldown on it? I think it's something like 10 seconds. Where are we? 20 seconds at the moment. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Aether Fire, it's like a warm bath. It's just going to be nice and warm. And terrifying. Not at all like a bath, now that you mention it. How did you get up there? Oh, that's not a roof. Okay. I'm pretty sure the loot just fell off the edge there and I get nothing. Which, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit upset about. Also, he may have been an illusion, so that might have been what's happening there. Okay, free dynamite, more aether crystals. Very happy here. There we go. I'm very glad that this area is dropping crystals. If you're playing along on hardcore, by the way, I don't recommend doing this. This mine is incredibly dangerous. Even if you know what you're doing, you can still die in places like this quite easily. Right, back to Homestead. So, +1 Nightblade skills belt. That is, after all, what I'm here for. So, let's go ahead and make, I think, 2 Blessed Steels. I'll just confirm it was actually Blessed Steel. Blessed Whetstone, okay. So, let's just make... I think we can make 3 of those. And hopefully, yeah, we can make 3 belts. Let's see what the first one has. Of Soul Warding, honestly, that's not bad. Bone Harvest is a skill we're going to be using. Aether Resistance is a useful resistance to have. We're about to go into an Aether City, so you know what? I'm happy with that. I'm going to stop at 1, and we'll keep those Blessed Whetstones for, I don't know, something else. Let's go ahead and sell these. And I have... actually do need that, what is it called? That Anti-Venom Salve. I need that back. Alright, I'm not going to wear any of these, so we're selling those. Let's see if I can swap these in and out. Okay. So the answer is kind of. Now, that piercing resistance is horrible. Once we put a Silk Swatch on there, though, that's going to be, what, 54%? It's not great. I still need that Molten Skin for my fire resistance as well, which I hate. We do actually have the Overseer's prefix over here, so at 55, I can drop the Scaled Hide here and put another Silk Swatch on. Unfortunately, we're not at 55 yet, so I can't really do that right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hang on to these. Hopefully, I can find maybe a pair of pants that have some piercing and bleeding on them. What am I looking for? Regular merchant. I'm just going to check the merchants. I don't expect I'm going to find anything, but, you know, maybe. So if we come down here to pants, piercing and bleeding, that's damage. That is a lot of stats. Not what I'm after, unfortunately. I'll check Devil's Crossing, and then I'm going to give up. So, Luther Graves here. What do you got for me, buddy? So close and yet so far away. If only that was resistance and not damage. I would be a very happy man. Okay. So that's not happening. But I do want to use these, so... You know, maybe... what I can do is, at 55, I'll put Namidea's horns on. Then I'll make the swap on these. I can swap this for a Silk Swatch, and it's probably kind of going to be okay. We are, however, going into the city of Malmouth today, and because of that, the only resistances I care about, really, are Elemental, I guess Poison, and Aether. I'm trying to think of any amount of Chaos damage at all in the city, and I can't think of any. So I guess I'm watching out for heroes that have, what are they, Tainted, I think, for Chaos damage? But that should be the only source of that. Same for Vitality. I can't think of a single source of Vitality damage in the whole city. Piercing, I mean, there's stuff in there with guns, so yeah. And bleeding, I can't think of any bleeding in the entire city either. So I think we're looking okay. And we need level 55 for a whole bunch of stuff, so I think it's time to... Is it time to stop waffling and get on with it? I think it might be. Yeah, let's do it. So last episode we got up to Lone Watch. We rescued our good friend Olgrim here, who's just kind of hanging out by this rift. And now it's time to murder a few more cultists. This will be the last chaos and vitality damage we see for a while. Hopefully they'll drop a couple of seals. It's not really looking super good, but hopefully I can get 1 or 2 in this little section. Actually I lied, we have a Chaos Rift that I want to do as well. Alright, I need to kill Yakwamal, the Arcane. He needs to die first. Those pants are potentially worth looking at. Also, I'm considering doing 2 pairs of pants. I'm considering starting the Hidden Path just to get up to Soleils, so I can maybe farm some of those. Okay, that's piercing resistance. It is a downgrade for armor. It's a downgrade for physical resistance. But otherwise it looks interesting. These... It's too much armor loss, that's the problem. So, I'm going to say no to those. And we will be on our way. So the good thing about that +1 Nightblade belt is it just bumped up our chance to use all of these by 2% each, which means another 6 out of every 100 attacks will have weapon pull skills trigger that wouldn't have previously. So, pretty good to get. Very happy to get it. I will be extremely happy in, 5 levels when we can get the Shard of Baranath for our weapons. And then at that point, we'll be able to use a different relic. And, I mean, I'd like to have Nemesis by then, but probably not. But there will be some sort of Nightblade plus the skills relic. There's always Mortality for Necromancer if I'm feeling a little squishy. There's Gluttony. There's, I mean, frankly, Juggernaut is amazing for just about everyone leveling. Even though it doesn't give you any plus skills unless you're a soldier, the healing proc on it is insanely good. So there's a lot of good relics, and unfortunately, for the moment, we're stuck using one with a barely passable default attack replacer on it. Yeah, I don't want any of that. Okay, so I mentioned we're going to be doing a Chthonic Plane here, and I'm going to run through the easiest way to find it. Anyone who's been here for a while already knows this spiel, so my apologies for the repetition. But the basic idea is you run north until you find a body of water that looks like a tap, a gun, the letter Y, however you wish to sort of visualize it. It's right here. So I'll just run around the edge of it and sort of show you. Well, you can see it on the mini-map now. It's that sort of Y shape. You can kind of visualize it as a gun with a very short barrel. You can visualize it as a tap. You know, wall would be here, twisty part here, water comes out there. However you want to do it, follow this and it's going to point you to the camp that will have the first potential location of the rift. So, no rift here. However, this big red circle here, there's 3 of these out here in these fields. This is the first one. The second one, if you run directly north and a little bit west, I would probably call this north-northwest. Here's the second one. Again, no portal here for me, which means I have to run over to the third one. But there's 3 of these locations, and one of the 3, each time you come through here, will have the portal. It's just up to you to find it. The third one is, if you just pretend you're being shot out of the gun, you'll more or less find it. I would say it's more straight, more level than actually being shot out of the gun there. But, yeah, it's kind of over here-ish. It's relatively easy to find. Here is Dayla, who has a quest for me. I'm going to leave her a rift, and we're going to come back and talk to her later. If you find her, just head south. Turns out it's actually a little bit... it's kind of a little bit below being shot out of the gun. But here's the rift. And there's a few things to note about this rift. The first one is that there is a second rift inside of that rift that that has a quest in it. It also has the monster infrequent +1 necromancer and +1 occultist belts come from that area. We don't really want +1 necro as much as it's one of our classes. It would be 3, 4, 5 skill points. It's not anywhere near as good as +1 Nightblade. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. Also, doing that quest now has consequences in Forgotten Gods, so I'm going to leave it. Just know that if you do this quest and you resolve it by letting the cultists go, then one of the best ways to farm reputation for the Witch God cult will not work for you. So keep that in mind. It's not the end of the world if you do it. If you can't farm the 3 bosses because you have a Cthonian boss there instead, you just go and kill other bosses and it'll be fine, but that's why I don't do this one. Okay, so we're in here for, I mean, realistically, one thing. We're here for Bandragos, who's a giant scaly boy. He'll be kind of over here-ish, assuming I'm in the right spot here. Let's just do a little bit of scouting. Yep, I am exactly where I thought I was. So yeah, he's going to be off to the right. There are a few kind of a little bit scary monsters in here. Specifically one, Gabalthoon, is a little bit scary. If you've got decent vitality and chaos resistances, you'll be fine. But you don't really want to be fighting him and a whole bunch of other stuff at the same time. So just take it slow until you know where he is, or until you've killed enough of an area that you have a good spot to fall back to, I guess. Now, he has a few different spots he can spawn. I'm kind of checking one of them now. I'm also running down here because I have it in my head that there's a treasure trove that can spawn down in this little bottom section. I don't know that that's true. It's just something I think is true. Which, I guess is not a good basis for a guide, but anyway. There is a treasure trove in here. I believe there is not an Exalted Stash. Here he is. No, that's not him. That's a different guy. I'm going to try and grab just him. Okay, if you could just... Yep, there we go. Got everybody. Lovely. Okay, this guy I want to get rid of fast because he's arcane. Unfortunately, there are healers behind him, so that's not going to happen. It's actually incredibly frustrating. Alright, down he goes. This Chthonian Tyrant, fortunately I don't think he has, he doesn't have one of the axes because he was not doing very much damage at all. And we've managed to pull Bandragos here as well. Let's see if we can kill him while his 2 little buddies heal him. I'm kind of thinking we probably can't. Nope. Alright, that's fine. We swap targets here. And hopefully we can get some good damage on this guy. Nope. Come on. Alright, come on. Good damage, good damage. This may be one of the cases where the damage is actually bad enough that I need to kite these. So I need to kill this guy. Which means I need to either get him away from his 2 little friends who heal him a lot. Or I need to kill one of them. Yeah, I got him. Okay, alright, we're good, we're good. Apparently I'm going to kill the big guy. Oh, no I'm not. I was going to say I'm going to kill the big guy just by accident here. There we go. So, this is a pretty good measure of how good your damage is. And we kind of passed, but not really. These 3 should have been a complete walkover, and they weren't. I didn't have to do the whole run away and kill them while they're resetting trick that I did with a few other characters. So the damage is not a complete failure, but it's pretty close to a failure. I am running around looking for the exit now. The easiest way to find the exit is to hug the walls. If you just run around the edge, you'll find the exit. I'm also kind of halfway hoping to run into Gabalthune, although we did just more or less show that the damage on this character is not great. So maybe I don't want to run into Gabalthune. I do still have to find the exit regardless, so we just go find the exit. Gabalthune does spawn right in the middle next to the portal, so let's just go poke around there. And if he's here, great. If he's not, oh well. So here's the portal down to the next area. This is the one that I said I wasn't going to do. And I'm not. So that portal is not the exit. If it's in this center area, not the exit. There's my exit. Alright, so I'm right at the north hole here. There's also some loot behind the wall here, because why not? And that's it, we're out. So, we went in there to kill, I want to say Bandragos, I'm not confident of that name anymore. Why am I so bad with names? Anyway, went in there to kill him. You come out at one of the three at random, except obviously not the one that you went in at. And we're done in there, so we don't have to go in there anymore. Like I mentioned, if we go down to the second area, treasure trove here, lovely. If we go down to the second area, there's a quest there. There's a boss that has +1 occultist and +1 necromancer belts. Neither of which I'm interested in. So you can go and explore there if you wish. I remember when I started playing this game, the Cthonian plains absolutely terrified me. I was just completely scared to go into them. The more I play, the more I kind of realize that as long as you have good resistances and your armor isn't complete trash, you're gonna be fine. They're not that scary. Maybe that was just a me thing. Well, it's definitely a me thing. But, yeah, they're not that scary. Watch me die in one of them now. Okay, we've made it to the Malmouth outskirts. So our goal here is, well, we have three goals. Goal number 1 is the devotion shrine that you may have seen pop up on the minimap. I'm not sure if I got close enough for that, but yeah, we're definitely here for the devotion shrine. Let's just kill off all this. I've kind of halfway killed them with the ill omen. We may as well finish it. The other thing we're here for is down in this little cellar, or the other entrance, obviously up the top there. But I'm going to get the devotion shrine first. So here's my devotion shrine, and that's going to get us, I think, node number 4 on the Rowan's Crown. So we've picked up Elemental Storm, which is very nice. Ooh, Boots of the Winter Storm. Hello, sexy. Can I use those? Same armor. Lose a bit of health. You know what? I would lose bleeding, but I would also get to lose that molten skin. And I gain a cold damage proc. And +2 to Night's Chill, which is more resistant shredding. I really like the idea of these gloves as well. Here's some bleeding. Ooh, Touch of the Ever-Living Groove, though. That's a lot of healing to give up. Decent chunk of armor as well. For resistance types that I've just finished saying that there aren't any of in this city. Ooh. Okay. Too much armor loss. That's fine. What I can do is not much for boots, actually. For resistances, there isn't a whole lot. If I had the Ugden Bog leather, I think it is, I could do that, but that's at level 75, and I don't have the blueprint anyway. I think we just take run speed, actually. Do I have a Mark of the Traveler on me? I don't. No. Okay, let's go get one. We'll go to the Coven. May as well sell stuff while we're there. Let's just have a look what else we have. Anti-venom salve I don't need. Yeah, I think Mark of the Traveler is the way to go here. Let's chuck all of this in. That's quest item. Let's see if we can Tetris this stuff to get it out of... There we go, that'll do. Let's chuck that in. And then we'll sell the rest.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
So once we get to level 55, we'll have a lot more options available for resistances. So this will fix poison if there's any issues. This will fix pierce, maybe cause issues with elemental. These will fix everything. It'll all be good once we get to 55.
See you around.
Speaking of, 2 more points in the bar. We're going to 50. I want execution and I want blade spirits. So, yep, looking good. We have to go up here to the rift. And I did just clear my rift next to Dela, so we're going for a bit of a run later as well. Because it's me, I guess is how I'm going to say that. There's some elemental resistances, so actually the elemental resistances are more than fine now. And welcome to the city of Malmouth, where your character will vibrate in place as your mouse hovers over a platform 1 level above where you are. No, it doesn't bother me. Why would it bother me? Alright, let's do this fight here. Turn the loot off so we can see what's going on. And put Ill Omen on. Let's get some procs going. Who are you? Chaldrus the Coldheart. Killed with cold damage. These guys could be a problem. If your armor is low, there's a good chance they will smack you down to low health in 1 hit. This is one of the areas where they do check your armor, so make sure you've got some. That was mainly the reason why I didn't swap those gloves. Pretty much halving the armor on an item slot is never a good idea, except occasionally you can kind of get away with it. But, yeah, not a good idea. Okay, who are you? You are not Taraxteria. Yeah, this is what we're here for. This is a lectern here. Grab Travis's ladder, and we can just kind of leave now. I'm going to kill these guys, though. They're already kind of low, and, well, they are made out of XP, and also loot. Monsters are double ignited. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Or at least I've never noticed it before. Okay, so we have both of the quest items, and we need to get back down here. So, 1, 2, let's say 3 lengths like that. Yeah, it's going to be quick to run from here. Which is unfortunate, because I really don't want to do this run, but it's kind of my own fault, because I did move the rift. So, I guess we'll just suck it up and start running. Of course, the first monster that hits me has a slow. Alright, we are going to get a few crystals out of this, so it's not a complete waste. Just, you know, mostly. Chaldrus the Coldheart, I swear I just killed you at that rift. How did he come back? Is that... Hang on. Are you a crystal? You are a crystal. 1 Aether Shard, thank you very much. Alright. I don't really need to fight them. I may need to kill a couple if they come over here, but hopefully not. So, Dela Thornsbury, if you went through her underwear drawer back in Homestead and found her diary, you can give it to her in Homestead and she'll show up here. If she's not here for you, then go back to Homestead, and you need to go to... You know what, I'll just show it. you need to go to a certain house, which is this one right here. So head out the main gate here, just follow the road, and go into the first house. Her diary is against this wall here. Turn the quest in to Dela in Homestead, so she will be... Where is she? Well, she's about here. Lisa Thornsbury, I guess that's her mom. But she's around about there. And then you will have her available over here to turn these two quests into. And she'll give you some nice stuff,
I hope
hopefully.
write the next chapter of my
So what are you doing here? Continue, continue. I have what you're looking for. What now? I've been there. I found only his minions. I did find something on his thrall. Hope you find it. Okay. So she'll give you a random blue weapon, which is unlikely to be good. In ultimate difficulty, she will give you a specific purple weapon. That being, I think it's Blaze Heart, but it's one of the heart weapons. It's either Blaze Heart or Flame Heart or something like that. It's the fire one. So we're not hugely interested in that. But, hey, free level 94 purple weapon that, I mean, if you're doing a fire build, it's probably alright. But for us, for our purposes today, she is 2 pretty easy quests worth of XP, and I do like me some XP. So, unfortunately, maybe we'll be able to. I'm just looking at the time and thinking, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through the entire city of Malmouth in one sitting, but we'll see how we go. I am going to go off the map here and pick up this free loot. Successfully had that turned off for a little while as well. Which actually should have been at this rift. So if I just come back here, there'll be 2 things on the floor. And if I missed anything else, kind of don't care. What were those pants actually? Of Kings, I think? Those are not bad. No resistances though, so I'm not going to use them. Same with those. And the rest of it, not so great. Alright. Just going to ignore the crabs. Let's push on a little bit. Hopefully I can get all of Malmouth done in one sitting. I think it's probably going to be 2 though. We will see. I also just want to kill stuff for XP. Getting to level 55 would be huge. Although, once I get to sort of 45-ish, I'm going to start seriously thinking about doing the Ancient Grove. Vinylton has a component, well actually 2 component blueprints that I want. Also kind of thinking Forgotten Gods needs to happen soonish because the Magi's shoulders are kind of important for the build. There's a lot of stuff going on, or should be going on, before we head to Ultimate, so it's going to be fun. I don't think I've really shown the Tomb of the Heretic very much on the channel. I think I did a couple of characters where I did a sort of slow walkthrough of it, but yeah, it definitely hasn't featured very heavily. The Magi's rings are always fun to talk about. They are considerably more common now than they used to be, and they are still very rare. Alright, nearly through. I probably should be abusing Shadow Strike to get through this stuff much faster. That's definitely, that's a me thing. Having Ill Omen spread like that is really good defensively, because anyone who's kind of afeared and walking around is someone who's not attacking me. So, just going to beat this crowd down. This is a pretty big crowd. I'm specifically looking out for the Winter Storm procs. I want, I think, 2 more items with Winter Storm, if possible. The cold damage, like the icicle procs, are nice to have, but I mostly just want the skill points. Black Legion's on its way, sounds like a start. And let's go lower the bridge. Okay, we've hit 52. Not really very exciting, but hey, more skill points in the bar. More hit points, more everything. Sure, squalls, no.
See anything you like?
I won't lie to you, mate. You're not really in a position to be asking that, since you're not going to sell me anything anyway.
Come see what's left
How
of
about
my
you? Have you got any pants? There's some pierce. Horrible armor on it, though. What about rings? We got any rings? Scorched ends? Yeah, no, not really. Did I have... Oh,
See you around.
I would really like Ilgor's medal to be of the Winter Storm, but, you know. If wishes were fishes and all that. Alright. 8th crystals. So this is the best part about the city of Malmouth, is 8th crystals everywhere. The other part about the city is that it's an absolute pain to navigate. It's a nightmare with all the different levels and stairs going everywhere to get stuck on. Pathfinding is a nightmare. Ascendant Hood and Ascendant Cowl in the first group. You just get them, right? Anyone who's ever tried to farm these helmets knows that getting them this quickly is incredibly rare. Getting them back to back this quickly is basically unheard of. Of course, it'll only happen on characters where you don't actually want the items. Both of the times I leveled Kabbalists and Ritualists with pets and wanted the pet helmet, I think I cleared the entire city 3 or 4 times before I found one. So it's just down to, like, how much does your build rely on having that helmet for it to maybe not work, but do a lot more damage? Okay, Nico, do you want to die today? I can get you out of here, get you to safety. Hey, look at that, he wants to live. I believe that quest is just a straight 50-50. There's nothing you can say or do that will change the coin flip. It's just a case of, does he want to live, yes or no? And then, if no, you have to kill him to send the kids back to the sewers. Which, I mean, let's be honest, not the best place for kids to be, but it is what it is. Now, I haven't got the quest for it, have I? That's what's going on. I've been looking for stars on the map for the wagons, and I didn't pick up the quest. So I did actually already accidentally kill the first one. And the first one's the one I normally miss, even with the stars on the map, so that's somewhat impressive. I do remember when I killed it, thinking it was weird that this wasn't one of the quest updates. Turns out it was. I'm just a little bit dim sometimes. Alright, Aether Shards. These big boys here, these Aether Sentinels, they will often have Aether Clusters in them. They do also... yeah, there's Aether Shard. I mentioned Aether Cluster and I knew I was getting a shard. But they do have Aether stuff in them, which is good. There's another Corpse Wagon, so that's 2 of my 3. The third one is going to be over near the gates, so let's head that way. I don't need to kill all this stuff, although it is XP, right? Same with this stuff. I don't really need to be fighting it. I do need this letter, and this treasure trove is also something that I want. Vicious Barbs, Royal Jelly Essence. Okay, Royal Jelly is really, really good. I like having Royal Jelly available. Alright, let's kill off these guys, and I guess we'll see if I get lost this time. Last time I came through here I got lost. Don't really want to talk about it. we can definitely pick these up. And then head back in. Okay, so this little section of the city is pretty good for farming the mages here. So if you are looking for their helmets, this can be a good way to get them. Now, going up onto the wall is not the right way, so we go down this way, then I think we go down onto the street. Could be wrong. I may have gone down onto the street a little bit early. Nope, I got it right. Look at me go. I know where I'm going. Or I got very lucky. Believe it whichever way you prefer. Okay, third wagon, done. Now we just have to go open the city gates, which means we head in here. And along this little walkway, down here, and Bolag. Yep, there's Bolag. Top right of my screen. We are going to murder him to death, hopefully. Honestly, not expecting too much trouble from him. We do more than enough damage to kill him. It's just... we definitely don't do heaps of damage, but it's kind of enough. And don't forget to open the door and head outside and talk to Creed. With how fast that thing went down, we probably snapped it in half.
I was beginning to lose.
Okay, we found survivors in the sewers. Everybody back to the sewers. Oh, Captain Wilfor. And we can head in here, find Creed, and I think Ulgrim wants to chat as well. Nope, just Creed.
I've spoken with Corinne.
Okay, and we are going to join the attack. Absolutely. I would love to help you. 52. Do I get any new items at 52? I don't think so. No, it doesn't look like it.
Come see what's left of my
You know what? You don't even want to sell me anything, so maybe stop advertising. This guy here, or girl, Hannah. Hannah will sell me stuff. Okay. So we'll bank all our stuff with Igor here, and then we will head out this way this time. And we're going to do the fight for the Steelcap District. Now I'm going to turn the loot off, so in about 10 minutes time, when I remember that I turned it off, I can think about all of the loot that I've left on the floor, and I can't be bothered going back for. Right. We kill the Sentinel first, because they seem to sometimes summon new stuff to fight, and I don't really want to kill more than I have to. I mean, XP is XP, but also... yeah, no. From memory, this particular ring event or set of waves does not have any arcane monsters, so we should be good on that front. Agol Garaz, which is definitely one of the names of all time, is dead. Is that everyone? I think that's everyone. What do we get? A Mark of Anguished Lies. Rubbish. Necklace of the Grove. That's not rubbish, but also kind of rubbish. Pants? No armor. Yeah, no. Nothing I want. Let's eat our conversation pie here, and there's 53. Now,
There you are. Well discussed.
I am kind of tempted to bail on this whole thing and go do the Ancient Grove, but I think I'll stick here for a little bit. Maybe we'll do a couple of quests here. Alright, I will find your supplies for you. And by that, I mean I know exactly where they are, I'll go get them. Now I could go down there, and there is an Aether Crystal down there, but... and hear me out, right? There's Aether Crystals everywhere in this city, so skipping one's not really the end of the world, right? Right? Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's completely normal to not go out of your way to get one Aether Crystal. I mean, it's completely normal for me to go out of my way to get one Aether Crystal, but that's not the point. Normal people don't do that. Okay, how many dynamite do I have? I've got 11. I've got a lot of dynamite. It's good. It's good. I'm going to need, what, 3, I think? really need to get some more AoE. So that'll come at next level? Yeah, next level. No. Oh, it'll be the one after. Okay. No, it's going to be next level. No, it'll be next level. I'll get some more AoE. We'll get the Blade Spirits next level. And put Elemental Storm on them, I think. Although putting Rumor on them would also be acceptable. Some sort of proc that we want to go off all the time. The other one, Elemental Storm or Rumor. I think we'll put Rumor on the Blade Spirits and Elemental Storm will go on Troll Rage. Probably doesn't matter anywhere near as much as I'm kind of making it seem like it does. As long as it's, you know, one of them on your main attack, the other one on the pets, it'll be fine. Alright, skip all that rubbish. We'll go and find old mate who wants to die on the street when he could be sent back to the hideout to either die with his wife or live with her or, you know, girlfriend, whatever. Here he is. So Vivian Neven, Richter Clark. Okay. He doesn't look so good. I can send you both. I can send you if you want to. You sure I can't help? Alright. I tried, man. I tried. He just really, really, really wants to die on the street. I mean, to be fair, if he lives, he's probably going to see some pretty horrible stuff. So I can kind of understand it, even though I don't agree. There we go. Okay, Chaos Corner. So, I mention this pretty much every time I come through here. This is a very dangerous corner, or at least it can be. Usually on Ultimate is where you'll notice it, but these mages here, coming out of this building, combined with stuff crawling its way out of the ground, combined with potentially... He's not here today because I'm talking about it, but Flesh Weaver... Is it Panicius? Araxis? I can't remember. There's a boss, and we're talking like proper boss with a skull above his head, who lives here sometimes. We're going to meet him around the corner here, I'm sure. Although, now that I've said that, he could be in his other spot, which we're not going to, so we may not see him at all. Eighth shard from that one. So he could be here. Yep, here he is. It is Haraxis. Okay, awesome. So we'll take out Fleshweaver Haraxis here. There was also a Dynamite here, which is pretty good. Houndmaster's Flesh Warped Archive. Pretty good for a Kabbalist or a Conjurer. Unfortunately, the suffix on that one, not so great. Alright, crystals down. Let's get rid of this Guardian here. Elemental Storm rank 7 is pretty good. And this is the stash that old mate who died in the street told us about. So you got to talk to him to get access to this Exalted stash. I mean, yeah, I guess. Not particularly amazing, but hey, I'll take it. A chance for a blue is better than no chance for a blue. Alright, we can fight our way through here. And I think we'll probably end up doing Theoden next episode, but we can at least get close this episode. Also, this time I'm going to go and do the lighthouse. Actually remember it this time. I often forget this one, and then someone will mention it in the comments, and I'll just quietly do it in between episodes and never mention it. This time I remembered. There is another Flesh Weaver in here, so if you are playing one of those pet classes that needs one of the books, just go buy it from Harem. But if you want to farm it instead of buying it, then you can come in here. There's another Flesh Weaver, or I think this one's a Flesh Shaper, but whatever. They're both the same. They are the, I believe they're the only two boss-type monsters with the skulls that are guaranteed to drop their ammos. So, definitely worth doing this farm if you're looking for those books. And you don't want to just buy it from a vendor for some reason. Alright. That is... Where are we? That is the Rowan's Crown finish. So a little bit of frostburn damage, a little bit of elemental damage, which is cold damage, and some chaos res, which... I mean, we don't need that, but hey, I'll take it. It's free resistances. While we're here, we may as well go find Hinicius. He's probably down here. Yep, here he is. So we can kill Flesh Shaper Hinicius here, if that really is his name. And he'll drop us, yeah, Flesh Warp Tome. Alright, that's nice and all. Let's get out of here. And let's get back on the path for the quest. So, next step is to rescue the very, very suspicious civilians who are hiding less than, 5 or 6 feet away from the ethereals. And, I mean, there's no way we started this game this morning, There's no way we were cut down from the noose less than a day ago. So, these guys have been in this building here. I mean, look how close that crystal is. Here's Rivia. Where's Hiram? There's Hiram. That's what, 10 meters? 30 feet? Something like that. There's no way these guys don't know they're there. So, like, are they spies? Are they corrupted operatives? I don't know. Hiram does have a suspicious number of Aether crystals available for sale. So, I don't think we should be trusting these people. It's kind of like the Path of Exile. When is it the Exiled Masters or the Hidden Masters or whatever? Katarina, Haku, those guys. When you could find them out in the wild, just standing in the middle of a pack of like 3 different packs of corrupted enemies, just standing there. No one's trying to kill them. They're not fighting anyone. I mean, how did we not see the betrayal coming? Alright, let's blow this up. And I didn't drop a rift like I normally do, so we're going to have to turn around and go back. But we can certainly get an Exalted Stash, finish another quest down here, and then go back to town and turn it all in, I think. So we do need to go through this building. There is a hero in there. I will kill him, but I want this Exalted Stash first. Blue item. I mean, no. But hey, it's a shot at loot. The more times you spin the wheel, the higher your chances to win, right? Void Forged Battle Plate. Probably not, but maybe. That is a lot of armor. Decent amount of chaos and vitality. I mean, the skill points are worthless, but the rest of that's pretty good. Well, the damage types are worthless as well. So, alright, it's not very good. Trying to be generous here. Nothing really there. These guys as well. I mean, these ones are a little better hidden. They're off the main street. They're hanging out over here. But there's no way these guys have been quiet enough to not get heard by these ethereals downstairs or the ones out on the street. Or, like, no way. You shift your weight wrong one time, the floor creaks. And does this city look like it fell apart in less than a day? They've been here for, like, a week. At least a week. Yeah, I don't trust any of them. Alright, we might actually hit 54 here. Once I go turn in all the quests, that is. Speaking of, let's go talk to... Right? Ulgrim. It's Ulgrim here, isn't it? Yeah.
So this is what the
Alright. There's 54, which means... it's time to go get a couple of points. Because I want my proc, and I want my Blade Spirits, and I don't want to wait another level for them. 55 is going to be huge. Okay.
What troubles you?
I'm going to bring this back down to 10. So if we have a look at 9 points, we've got 10% physical resistance. And at 8 points, we've got 10% physical resistance. So because we got that +1 from the belt, we can take a point out of here and we'll be fine. What else could we lose? Probably could lose 1 point here, but I do like Shadow Dance, so it's a definite maybe. That's 10, that's 12. What do we got? That's 1, that's 1. You know what? I'm going to take 1 point out of Spectral Binding just for now. 1 point in Execution immediately becomes 6. That is a ton of cold damage. Main hand, offhand, that's all cold damage. Flat cold damage, that's surprise cold damage. Really, really good. And then 1 point in Blade Spirit. Let's go ahead and chuck those on the last button here. You can put these on your second hotbar if you want. I'm going to put them here. I believe you get 2. Yep. And then... right, so Murmur... 4-second duration, 1-second recharge. That can trigger fairly often. This one also can trigger fairly often. Alright, I'm just going to put Elemental Storm on the Blade Spirits and see how that goes. So, also going to put Pet Attack here. When you have these Dumbfire pets, it's useful to be able to tell them to go and do stuff. Let's get out of the range of that. But send the pets in. Almost immediately. Almost immediately. Sick them on that one. So we should end up with 2 of these going at a time, I think. Yep, there we go. Not bad, not bad. The downside, of course, is I did lose a little bit of health. Just for, you know, just a level. But that's fine. What do you got? Elemental Pierce and Chaos. I don't think I'm going to use this. But I also don't think I'm going to use this, and I'm still hanging on to that, so maybe. Okay, let's go do a bit of a run around, just so we can play with our new toys. What have we got left? The vents, and we got some quest turn-ins in the Steelcap District here. Oh, hang on, do we? How did I not click on that? Oh, that's going to be really obnoxious. Weapon supplies are the second one, aren't they? Yeah. Okay, alright. Well, this is embarrassing. Not really surprising, but a little bit embarrassing. How did I not click on that? I swear I clicked on it. It's probably busy waffling about the Flesh Weavers. That's alright. We'll run back. It'll be fine. Kind of. Should have blown this up. See, every time I don't blow it up, I want to use that little pathway. Every time I do blow it up, I don't need to use that little pathway. Alright, so we definitely got this one. That's fine. That was the arcane supplies. Maybe would have been faster to go from the Crown Hill Rift, but we're here now. We're nearly there, so it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, made it back to the harbor, so we're in the right area. And here is abandoned weapons. How did I not click on that? That's crazy. Okay, now we'll go turn it in. Also got a quest to turn in for the Coven too, which I keep forgetting about doing.
Good workout. You can be sure. Good on you, I believe.
Okay. Now we have Carinia.
Tells me that you've done your fair I'm planning a new push against the ethereals, but my
I don't think we have enough reputation for that one yet, so that's fine.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
You still don't want to sell me stuff, aside from, like, you know, Aether Resistance, 30-second potions, and... No. Right, what else we got? You know what? I'm going to go do that Coven turn-in. Guardian Cyndia, if that really is her name. So that's Garadia. Cyndia is going to be this one? Yeah. We've got the next quest for them as well. Alright, well, since we're here... Oh, that's it? Alright. Still, free XP is free XP. Okay, let's head back to Crown Hill. And we'll just do a quick run around. I'll probably kill Theoden at the start of the next episode. We'll see how the time's looking when we get there, but it's pretty unlikely. There's an Aethic Buster. You love to see that. Alright. I didn't see this guy here. Definitely need to kill him. Someone around here is a healer as well, which I don't love. Here's another pet helmet. One thing I really love about Nightblades and soldiers in the city, especially if you have the movement rune, is you can just zip around here like nobody's business. Just pop this open. What could possibly go wrong starting additional fights in hardcore when you've still got monsters all over the screen? And one of them is Valexteria. Okay, new devotion point, Chains of Anguish. That meteor tells me, yep, here she is. I was gonna say, that meteor tells me she's here. Okay, and we definitely don't want any of her MIs. In terms of devotions, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Panther, and then we're going to reclaim the Sailor's Guide. And probably, I think at that point, take the Empty Throne. I'm not sure about the Empty Throne, but we are definitely going to be dropping the Sailor's Guide. I also want to drop the Jackal, but that may be later. I think I'm going to need more devotion points for any of that sort of stuff. Okay, Rift or Exhaust number 2 is dead. And I'm going to drop a Rift here. I don't think I'm going to kill Theoden, but yeah, maybe. Let's see. Definitely could happen. I do kind of want to hit 55, so yeah, it's a definite maybe. So what I'm doing here, I'm just going around the back of the city, getting stuck on every staircase along the way, as is tradition. Actually, not too much in the way of trash here. Normally they are much better at getting in the way. So, surprised, but also kind of happy. So we got a regenerator here, which is not good, because as we've already established, damage is... You know what? Damage is fine. Don't know what you're talking about. We do tons of damage. Intestinus. Interesting name. Alright, and now we can, I think, go out the back here. And, yep. Okay, beautiful. So if we just clear the area, the totem is here as well. So we'll pop the totem. I'm going to turn the loot off. I'll probably forget to turn it back on again, but yeah, it'll be fine. Okay, Corpse Fire, reflecting. Let's go beat him down while the reflect buff is up. Nothing bad could possibly happen. And last guy, done. Alright, what do we got? Sharpshooter's gun, don't care. Dust Brawler's shoulder guards, don't really care. Torment, yeah. Amarast's Flurry is actually pretty good. +2 to lethal assault. Half of our armor would be lost though, so that's no good. Yep, nope, none of this stuff is any good. Okay, and there is vent number 3, done and dusted. And I am actually going to end the episode here. So next episode we will kill off Theoden, we'll probably do the Ancient Grove directly after that, and then we'll be on with Forgotten Gods. But that will be all for this episode, so thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye for now.